Hey, what's going on, Victorious Army? Whoo, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It certainly has. Wow. All right, so I hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are doing well on your spiritual paths. You know, um, let's see where to start. Where to start, right? I had to take some time off from doing my whole videos and vlogs and my I guess my dreams, to be fairly honest, or to be real, yeah, to be fairly honest, right? Right, it's just had to take some time off because I needed to get my mind together. It's just a lot going on, a lot going on for me, and I took this time off to get my mind right, to put myself in the right mindset, right, the right spirit, truly, to be doing these things. Because I felt in my heart that, I don't want to bullshit nobody. I don't want to give any false advice. I don't want to just be talking off cuff, right? Just saying some shit that sounds cool or smart, right? Just to seem like, oh yeah, you gotta follow me, right? Because I have been misled a lot in my own life, in my own reality. And because of that misleading, it has hurt me a lot, right? Following other people's advice or ideas, all right? Because they speak a certain way, right? Or want to say things a certain way to get you to believe this or say that, right? Like it's a whole, right? You got to follow me because I'm the one it's gonna lead you to the promised land, right? Or something, right? And I had to really evaluate my own self because I realized a lot of things that I ended up going through in my life caused me to be disingenuous with my own self. And at first, I didn't even notice. For me, it came up in little ways, right? Um, like mannerisming like other people, in a ungenuine way. Meaning, like, if I start hearing someone talk a certain way, right? Sometimes when I felt like I was being funny or being myself, I was using their own mannerisms when this wasn't, who I am, right? The stuff I say, right? Within my own self, right? Like, just, saying things that other people would say, right? And I don't know, like just not being genuine with my own self, my own heart, right? And it's got to stop, right? Cause I'm here doing this for me, right? I'm making my things happen for me. I don't want to sound like someone else, right? They're doing their thing. I'm trying to do my thing, right? And then I realized I was doing a lot of this, right? Because I still needed to forgive my own self for things that had happened in my past that, really, really affected me, right? I just assumed that, I was wrong because I'm just wrong. Because that's what, a lot of other people would tell me, right? Or how they would treat me or how they would act, right? Because truly they had a problem with their own self, right? And now they're projecting that shit on me, right? But meanwhile, right, I was very weak spirited, weak hearted, very fearful within my own right. And that shit that they were projecting, right, because they have problems with themselves and they see me, or maybe they feel as if I'm a threat to them, right, telling me this shit, and then me like really caring what a lot of other people had to say would just, take that to heart, right? Be holding all this shit in, all that shitty ass energy that I know I knew consciously in my mind, I knew I didn't deserve that, right? But I didn't know how to just be like, no, I ain't taking that shit, right? How to repel that shit, right? So that caused me a lot of turmoil internally, right? Caused me a lot of self doubt, right? Because I realized a lot of this whole spiritual path, which is truly right where we are, right? To just kind of demystify almost that whole aspect, right? Your spiritual path is you in your reality, in your environment. That's the spiritual path, right? With all of this, right? Right? We know the world is an illusion. It's not real. Everything you create is with your mind. All that type of stuff, right? Like, who lost train of thought? I don't know. I'm feeling very surreal right now because initially, for those of you who've been with my channel for a little bit here, a good while, I initially had a whole stream of videos, like 38 to 32, 32 to 38 videos, something like that, right? Initially, when I started my channel, I had those videos up, my vlogs. And now that I look back, right, I believe they were authentic for what it was. But because of me questioning myself, me thinking that I was so wrong, me feeling bad about myself, right, I ended up deleting those videos, right? Because I questioned myself so heavily, right? And I ended up having an anxiety attack, right? Which is, feeling immense fear, just immense fear of, shit that may or may not be true or actually exist, right? But another thing is, right, for those of you that know or don't know, anxiety is truly a whole lot of energy that you may have, like a lot of creative energy you may have that's turning against you because you're not using it, you're not creating with it, right? You're just kind of holding it, not sure what to do, right? So eventually you start to turn into fear, and you start getting all weird, and it starts getting all crazy, right? Starts getting all crazy, right? And oh, I'm just feeling so surreal right now in a certain way. Okay, I'm getting back on topic. I promise. Right, but that's your energy, coming at you because you're not using it. Right, it's just kind of piling up. It wants to go. It wants you to create something, do something. Right, but you're sitting there holding it. Right, and anxiety will start to pile up on you. You'll start to have certain thoughts. Right, that'll turn you into a negative aspect, right? A negative mentality that starts, bringing about more of those different thoughts, and you start walking down that whole mental pathway, leading you into, more fear, sadness, and all that other stuff we really don't need, right? But right, the videos that I had up there initially, right? I spoke a lot about, did I speak a lot about it? I know I covered a little bit of it, right? About being one who was molested, right? Talked about being molested because kid thought it was funny to put his dick in my hand when I was like 6, right? And that ended up fucking me up way later, right? Oh, I'm gonna put the other part on the right. He thought it was funny. He thought it was funny to intentionally make me gay, meaning he sat there, thought about it, thought that that was funny for him to put his dick in my hand to make me gay, right? And I ended up being cursed with homosexuality, to say the least, right? Because at 6 years old, right, you have no idea how powerful sexual energy is and how, these different surreal moments have power over you, power over your energy, right? And I spoke a lot about that, right? I spoke about me having homosexual experiences, right? Or at least not now, again, right? At least for those who know or saw them before I deleted them, right? About things like that, right? And I said things initially like, I wasn't necessarily mad about it because I know that I didn't do those things to right? To hurt those people who I ended up doing those things with. Because when I became more aware, more spiritually awakened, right, and I started learning more about all these things, a lot of the bad feeling came from me when I realized how I completely changed, their whole sexual idea, right? Or their whole sexual preference because of what we ended up doing, because I got molested, way a while ago. But I didn't realize that I even got molested at first, right? Because after a while, I was like thinking back, right? Like, where all this stuff go, right? Because I just remember, right, me doing those things and then learning about, all these different things with sexual energy. And I think I just screwed up, right? I think I just was over there being just a fucked up little whatever, right? Which was not true, right? That jackass's sexual molestation, right? Or his molestation, right? Ended up manifesting itself later on down the line like that, right? Because it was a curse, right? He thought it was funny. He did it intentionally, right? All that other type of shit, right? So I just didn't realize that that shit became what did I ended up doing with those people, right? Those people whom I cared about or still care about, right? But right, that ended up making me have these certain experiences, right? Along with all of the, I don't even know how to describe it really, just immeasurable internal pain, right? So I'm walking around feeling like, oh, I'm just a terrible person, right? Like with deep within myself, even though I kept, believing that, like, oh no, I'm a great being, I'm a great person, this and that, right? But internally, I was still very messed up, right? And like I said earlier, I deleted these things because I was scared, right? Scared of what other people thought, right? Scared of just, I don't know, everything to be honest, right? when I talked about when I talk about things like that, right? Because now I realize, right? There's no need to be scared of it. It happened. I'm here, right? And most importantly, right? I know that's not what I wanted, and plus, I even know, right? Had that piece of shit not done that to me, right? I wouldn't have done that to those other people I cared about, right? Still, not realizing that, it was a curse, right? Thought the shit was funny. Now I feel like I should take his fucking head, to be honest, right? But at the same time, right, I realized that I needed to forgive them, not for those pieces of shit, right, but for myself, right? For myself. Because if I'm walking around here with all that messed up energy, feeling bad, feeling like I'm just terrible, right? And that's the only thing that's going to manifest for me, right? And I want to do that, right? I want to have fun. Just want to have fun, right? But the whole point of this vlog here is just I want to get across to you that, you know, you must forgive yourself. You must forgive yourself for things that, you felt that you did, right? You felt you were wrong. You felt that, you're a bad person or a bad being because of, shit that happened to you that made you do things like that because it's a form of programming, so to say, right? Right. And then another thing, right? Because, like I said earlier, I was questioning myself so much, being mad at me. I'm just, this way and that, right? This also led me to realize, right, I didn't trust myself enough, right? Because I didn't forgive myself for that. Even though, also, to be clear, right, these people who I ended up having these homosexual experiences with, they forgave me, right? I spoke to them later on because, like, I didn't realize it until I got spiritually awakened. I'm like, holy shit, but it's been so much time since then. It's like, fuck. But I mean, I spoke to them, I told them my whole situation, right? About what happened to me and that, I really care about them, clearly just not in that form, right? Because that's not for them, right? That's for me to give to who I choose to have my sexuality with, right? That's for me to decide, right? That piece of shit doesn't get to decide my sexuality, right? That shit-tastical bullshitification, right, does not get to decide who I am, right? Went through a whole lot of hurt because of it, whole lot of insecurity. The crazy part is like I didn't even really begin to see it or identify it until, I started becoming more aware of my own reality, my own self. Because I was one who, I'm always trying to help someone else, right? And I would, what's the word, right? Put myself in second place, or I just didn't even care about my feelings, right? And so, right, going on like that for too long, you're gonna screw yourself up, right? You're gonna start having these internal emotional problems, right? That if you don't, figure out how to deal with, you're gonna mess yourself up. You know, and after I had that anxiety attack, right? I really thought that I wasn't gonna do this anymore, right? I wasn't gonna be up here, talking about these different things, be up here, doing all this different stuff. It was hard to say back then, but the other thing that helped me to decide that I should keep going with this is because I already said this shit once, right? I meant it. I said it how I said it, right? I meant the shit, right? So I mean, yeah, I mean, so now, like, I just want to have fun, right? Tired of dealing with everybody else's curses and all they shit that they just want to put on me, right? Or all this crap that right I just have to deal with, right? Because I realized, trying to do all these different things, right? I was trying to, do all the vlogs, do my channel, do my uh uh, my car stuff, right? Trying to, do so many different things at once, pretty much, because I'm over here just flying left, right, up, down, this way, that way, right? And I can't ever seem to get anything done, and I'm just still confused, right? So I had to just put it down. I just put it down. Be calm, be cool, figure out where I am, figure out what I'm doing, right? And then pick it back up, right? So all in all, believe in yourself, forgive yourself. If you're holding anything against yourself that you didn't mean, you didn't want to do, right? Just I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do with my hands. All right, just forgive yourself, right? Greatly forgive yourself, because of things you didn't know and stuff that happened to you, right? What else? Right, more along the lines of, dealing with molestation. I have a couple different things I'm working on that's gonna greatly help, those who may need that, right? I said it again, right? I said it again. Because, I'm not afraid of it. I don't really care what anyone else has to really say about it. Opinion don't matter to me because, right, have to be confident within yourself, right? Happen, shit happen, right? And, I'm just here and I was stuck, internally, stuck mentally, right? What do I do about this? It's so embarrassing. It's messed up, right? Because I realized that I put them in a different position in that, right? But at the same time, things are reversible. You can heal from all of these different things, from all of the traumas, from all of the pain that you may hold. You can heal. So, that's what I've been on. I've just been on my path of mental clarity and healing, right? Trying to rework my mindset, Because the way I was going then, even though, I felt as if I kept trying to give a real great, you know, help. Because I always just felt like I wanted to help someone, right? I was only messing my own self up, right? Because I used to not care about myself. I used to hate myself because of, the molestation situation, right? What I ended up doing, right? And that was really stopping me from just continuing forward, right? So don't let none of that shit stop you. You really do deserve something better in your life. You really do deserve to be, free of, all this different shit trying to eat you up inside because you won't let it go. You won't forgive yourself. So, that's pretty much it. I don't want to start just babbling on about something, just I'm back, right? I'm back up in here. I'm gonna keep it going. So, I hope y'all are all doing very well. I hope, your mind, you're taking care of your mind, you're starting to put things together for yourself. Because at the end of the day, right, it only took me to figure this out, right? It only took myself for me to figure out these things. And you can do the same for you, because that's what it's really about. I'm not gonna act like I'm any type of high and mighty type of this and that. I'm saying all these different things. I just want to clear the air, with how I feel, how I thought I was going with all this, right? So, yeah. I don't know if y'all noticed I'm rocking Naruto. He over there dabbing. Naruto's the man. But yeah, hope you're all doing well. Keep on pushing forward. Keep on pushing forward. Because now is just the time, right? It is the time to just go wild, right? Go crazy even, but go crazy in the right way, right? Because I realized, right, me holding on to all of this, right, I stopped doing everything. And I'm just sitting here, looking at all these different things that I would like to manifest, and I'm just staring at it pretty much. I'm not, doing anything about it, not going for it. I wasn't doing anything, and I'm just, missing out on the times that I could have had with these different things, with these different experiences, right? And I'm back up here and I'm saying I'm done with that. I'm done stopping myself. I'm done feeling bad about shit that technically wasn't even my fault. But, right, I choose to do something about it to help myself first and foremost, right? And then others who have gone through some shit like that, right? So, love yourself, forgive yourself, go and access them dreams, make it a reality. All things are possible. All things are possible. Everything is possible. Right? What you need to do, just clear your mind, have focus, taking things one step at a time. One step at a time, then you'll be able to get there. Hard stuff to learn sometimes, but you gotta learn it how you gotta learn it. So, as always, lead yourself to your greatest victory. And I'm out. Peace.